Hi, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. I've been talking about it for a while. I've got a slideshow I want to show you on a completely new workshop I'm planning to do over the next few weeks. Probably going to hold it on Mondays. Just wanted to show you the contents of what it contains. So here's the presentation. Let me go through the contents. All right, so I'm going to be starting up a workshop called "And Now Something Completely Different." Of course, it comes from the world of Monty Python. It's going to blend a mix of discretionary and automation using MotiveWave in this workshop. It's going to be more focus on discretionary human-based trading versus programming is what I've been traditionally going through. I've been talking to a lot of people about this. So let's get to it. Okay, so here's a lot of the challenges that we face as traders, be it automation or discretionary traders. I got people that just want to make money, have a secure future, have a side hustle via trading. A couple of things that they'll come across. I've talked to dozens of people the last 2 weeks, let's say. Here's a lot of the challenges that most people will face. Rabbit holes. So you'll come up with a trading idea and it'll take you down a rabbit hole and you don't realize that maybe, just maybe, the trading idea may not be the best thing, where you're wasting time on it. Don't want to say, but let's be truthful. Save yourself some time. At the end of the day, when you do get something that you think it works, does it just do that? Does it actually work? And where you're going to profit, and you're going to profit consistently from it. The other thing is, can you backtest this strategy quite easily to validate that this trading idea actually works? Now, the funny thing is that your trading idea may work, but you may think it may not work as well, but it may actually work on one or two particular instruments, but it'll give you really good optimal performance. Now, if you're on the chat, whatever social media, please chime away. I'll answer all questions at the end, okay? It shouldn't take too long. So what comes up, we have trading ideas, right? So the question is, what do we do? If you have a trading idea, now I'm talking to you who may have a trading idea, want to wait until the end of this presentation because I got some options for you, okay? That you can be part of, your trading idea can be part of this workshop. So here's a variety of options that we can go through as traders. We can trade with automation. We can do what I did earlier today, put out a discretionary trading idea based upon a bunch of hunches, news stories, trading view, YouTube, whatever. But then you also have another option of blending both the automation and the discretionary trading. When I say discretionary, I'm meaning it is human-based manual trading. So first question is, what's the platform you're going to typically go with? I would obviously go with MotiveWave because it's fairly affordable, lots of options, a lot of out-of-box features depending upon the edition you get and what you can afford. Also, I find when it comes to any trading platform, out of all of them, MotiveWave is the easiest to implement your idea, strategy, or study with automation, okay? Out of that, you got it. Like the very first question when people come to me, you got to ask yourself, what's the asset class that you want to trade? Who's the broker you want to trade on? And a lot of that's going to be based upon your trading account size. So out of that, you got to ask, what instruments do you want to trade? You want to trade Bitcoin? Do you want to trade gold? Do you want to trade oil? Do you want to trade indices, stock, or whatever? What style of strategy do you want? This is important. Most people won't be able to answer this. But at the end of the day, you either have mean reverting strategies or trend following. Mean reverting can make you more money at the end of the day. The question is, what I said earlier, is you will choose a platform, but it can limit you from a functionality point of view. That becomes a big problem because it holds you back from implementing your trading idea. As I said earlier, the account size is very important. For instance, you cannot probably do a really good job with futures with an account under $1,000, maybe $5,000. So you have these limitations that you have with account size. Now, another question I'm not going to go too deep in is, what's your programming capabilities? Can you program? How advanced are you? If you're not advanced, are you willing to learn? Most people probably don't want to do it because they're they come to the realization that they may not be able to do the proper job in programming. If they are, you have a couple of questions you have to ask yourself. What languages? Is it Python? Is it Java? And the other question is, are you wanting to trade with a platform? On a platform, I think it's better because you save yourself tons of time. Or do you want to trade 100% with something like a trading bot? Now, here's the ultimate goals that we all want. Obviously, the number one is probably the quickest path to success. And success, I mean by like you can make a living off of trading. You have a certain goal, how much you want to make per day, so on and so forth. The other question is a lot of people challenge. I'm including this as well. How to build a working trading strategy. That's a big challenge for a lot of people. When I say working trading strategy where it's consistently profitable. The other question is, like a lot of people ask, do we really need to automate the strategy with programming? Kind of leaning towards no. Okay, it makes life a lot easier for you. Can you automate a full-on trading strategy with no programming? I think with MotiveWave, the potential is there, but that's part of the idea behind this workshop. And the idea is, what are the pros and cons of each when it comes to automating and when it comes to discretionary trading? So I want to have a workshop for over the next 4 weeks, okay? These are the topics we're going to cover. First question you ask yourself, so what do we do and what you're going to learn in this workshop? First thing is I like to learn is harmonics versus Elliott waves. You can do scans. I prefer harmonics versus Elliott waves. They're more reliable. Again, that's harmonic patterns. MotiveWave also has components available. So will those help? What components can we use that will also lead into alerts? What alerts can we use for automation? We could set up alerts to do trading for us for certain trading conditions. I put up 3 audit alerts earlier today, and they're not meeting my entry, but I'm seeing the potential. Hopefully overnight it will meet those conditions. And the other thing is I want to talk about are the studies, because we have over 270 plus studies that we can, those are the same thing as indicators as if you're coming from the world of MetaTrader. Now, the second session I want to go over is MotiveWave features. One powerful thing that I like to use is a combination of studies, be able to study, save them as a template, and then be able to apply them to new charts in which you're interested as sort of form of a watch list. And as I said, these templates are pretty easy to apply, and then go over a watch list. So in my case, I have 30 cryptos I can watch. I can set up another 30 pairs for Forex, so on and so forth. So this is the key right here. Okay, so you have a trading idea. To save yourself time, you want to evaluate the subset of various trading ideas out there, okay? So we'll cover that. You also need to ask yourself, what are all the trading rules and trading logic before you can evaluate the strategy, okay? So you have to make sure you roadmap everything in the strategy that's in your head before you lay it out on a piece of paper, and then prevent yourself from wasting time. Because once you do that, then you'll have a better understanding. So you'll be able to visually apply that with something like MotiveWave. And the other thing is, when you do this, it's done very, very quickly. I will tell you, you will save yourself potentially months, I won't say years, but you could be. You'll save yourself tons of money. I got one guy a few years ago who spent over $250,000 of savings trying to implement a trading strategy. It can get that extreme. So as I said earlier, you'll save yourself from going down unnecessary rabbit holes. Okay, so the last section, and again, the very last point you can say there, I do not want to go into heavy programming, but I want to show you the benefit of the programming if you chose to go down that path. You could set up automation strategies with not even to look at your system for days on end. You could set it up, and if it works, you can set it up and become literally a printing machine for you. The potential is there. As I said, you have over 275 studies to look at. So what I want to do in this session is I want to look at very simple studies and strategies. One of the things that probably would be easiest is to look at something as simple as an RSI. From there, I can show you the optimizing feature, and you can backtest and walk forward with that. And then you'd be able to suss out what instruments will work for you, so you know that your strategy is still doable, but only on a certain number of instruments. Okay, so that's the key. So here's the requirements I require of you. Obviously, if you want to be part of this, I would recommend you, well, I think it's pretty important to get a standard edition, at least out of MotiveWave, okay? If you want to do live trading, that's something different, but there's other versions of that. You can go as low as $30 a month, $50 a month, depending upon what you want to do with MotiveWave. And the other thing is I have a DVD out. We'll call it a DVD, but it's available just purely for the web. And it's going to introduce you to some of the features I've already talked about for this workshop. This workshop is going to go more into depth. But again, it's less focus on programming and more focus on trading and setting up a trading idea and getting it on MotiveWave quickly to be able to evaluate it to see if it's worthwhile to pursue. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on, less programming. Now, here's the thing. As I said, if you got a trading idea and you want to get in on this, I'll gladly take a look at your trading idea. Thing is, what you need to provide, as I said earlier, you need to provide all the trading rules, the logic, the parameter settings, and the reasons why you want to use those parameter settings. Because once I see those, I know why you want to enter and I know why you want to exit. Okay. So you got to get that. If you want to take this seriously, the faster you get it in, the faster I can consider it to be part of the workshop. And we can go over it as a small group that are part of the workshop to do that. All right. So that's if you have a trading idea. Now, here's what you're going to get with everything. I'm going to give you my Quant Elite. That's $997 for a full year. Okay. I'm also going to give you, because I just broke out the annual Quant Analytics, $12 times 97, so it's $1,200. So that's $2,200 you get right off the bat. Plus, they'll give you access, lifetime access to the chat server, which is really, really private, anonymous. You can talk about whatever you want on that chat server. Lastly, it's going to be, I'm trying to keep it small because I want to keep the quality of it really high. And the other thing is, in the next few days, I'm going to put out an offer that will give you, for those that jump on this that are already on my email list, I'm going to give a really steep discount, okay? Really steep, because it's already going to be, this course is going to be available for all my current members that are part of this course or part of my elite membership or analytics, so that they can benefit from this. So they'll get first crack, and then I'm going to offer those on my email list a 50% discount on this, including everything I talked about with the bonuses, this stuff, okay? Really, really good deal. So as I said, if you want to get in on this, you got to get in touch right away, like immediately, okay? Because I'm going to put the offer out for the discount, upfront discount over the next day, 2 days. I'm not sure how long I'll run it for. And then I'll put it at the regular price, $997, but that's the same price as this. Plus, I'll throw in the Quant Analytics for a bunch. So you're going to get a course plus the Elite if you decide to go into programming. If you don't, that's fine. Just go with the Quant Analytics as well. So it's simple. All right. So here's what you need to do to get on the email list. If you want to get on the email list, the easiest way is to go to this part of my website. I talk about this every video now. Join quantlabs.net/book. Okay, I'm going to put that in the comments. So that's quantlabs.net book. Okay, so that's going to go out to all the social platforms right now. On top of that, if you want to get in on the DVD, as I said as well, that's at quantlabs. Let me just put that in. I'm just doing that right now. Quantlabs DVD. Okay, so that will get you access to the DVD. All right, so that's pretty well it, I think. Yeah, that's pretty well it. So if there's any comments or questions, I'll gladly take them right now. Otherwise, that's the spiel. Let me know what you think. Any questions out there, or any comments, criticisms, blah, blah, blah. We take them all. Anybody? Anybody got any Comments or questions at all? If not, we can go over, terminate this session if you want. Any comments, questions so far? And again, I put the comments in, so if you want, just go over this. As I said, the quantlabs.net/book. Any comments, questions? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'll terminate. I'll put this on my email list, and if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, that's cool too. We can still be friends. Have a good day. Over and out. See ya.